What's going on, collective? I just looked down as I hit the the record button. It's 10:10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time when I start recording this message. And I'm getting energy surges. This is going to be a good one. It's April 13th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me here for another collective energy reading. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel, like the video before you leave. It would mean the world to me. A couple messages before we get started. I just want to start out with saying thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your love and support on the channel. Every Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I host a live reading. And this Saturday, the 16th, I'm going to be at Berners Merced, my favorite dispensary, doing another pop-up shop for my business. Candles, spiritual bath soaks, spirituality kits, all different kinds of stuff will be with me and available for sale. I'll also have some of my cards with me, so if you'd like a little mini reading, I'd be happy to do one. Let's get our disclaimer. This is a collective energy reading. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Place yourself in the reading where you belong, please and thank you. And please try not to force anything. It's really not, it's not good to do all that, just saying. Gigi is your friend, not your therapist. I'm here with messages from Spirit with the aid of his angels and my spirit team to help me communicate with energies that have something to say to you, okay? So please enjoy the reading, take it for what it is. Try not to force anything, like I said. Grab some popcorn, grab a drink, and sit back and enjoy, okay? On the table tonight we have Soul's Journey, Sacred Rebels, the Kipper, and my handwritten deck that I like to call Divine Guidance, being channeled with 2 pieces of amethyst, tiger's eye, and red jasper stone. Outside of that, not a whole lot to talk about. We're just going to get into it. Thank you again so much for being here and being supportive to my channel. Holy Spirit, please come down with your angels, my ancestors, loved ones, and spirit guides that have ascended to your highest white light to protect and guide me through this reading for our growing collective. Please allow me to channel, Holy Spirit, clear, honest, and precise messages for our collective, and protect us with your divine light as I channel this energy and cast all the darkness that may be lingering away from us and send it to hell where it belongs. Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. I love and appreciate you all. Okay, let's get a good saging here. Love me some Palo Santo. It smells so good. Okay. All right. Here we go, Spirit. Let's see. Let's start off with the Zodiac. See what's going on. Let me lift this up a little bit. All right. Holy Spirit, what is the Zodiac energy surrounding the collective tonight? What is the Zodiac energy surrounding our collective tonight? Somebody misses you, collective. Their heart may feel very empty. Thinking about sweet, gentle moments that you may have had together. Very soul-fulfilling. They felt true happiness in the moment I'm being shown. Let's see what the Zodiac energy is for this reading. Please, Spirit, thank you, and thank you. Saturn is Capricorn. We have Aries, Capricorn, and Pisces. Please check your placements. We're going to start with Soul's Journey. Ooh, I touched this and my whole entire body got chills. I got goosebumps all over my body. All right. They feel empty. They feel empty inside, but big. It's like it almost feels like they're saying it's not fair. It's not fair that I feel this empty, I'm being told. I didn't think those interactions or the whatever time he's thinking about. I keep seeing a man's face, so take it how it is for you. He's saying, I didn't think it would hit my heart like that. Can't stop thinking about it. There's a song called I Don't Want to Fall in Love by She Wants Revenge, where, you know, right face, wrong time, but I don't want to fall in love, too late. It's too late. He's in too deep. He's in too deep. These memories that he has of you guys collective are just almost like he's saying it's like it's haunting him. It's like it's haunting him. I feel like my left ear, there's like, feels like somebody's putting their finger in my ear almost like, or cotton or something. He feels bad about attempting to break your heart. It's starting to weigh on him. All right, Spirit, let me get Manuel out here. Ooh. Okay. What does Sacred Rebels have to say to start this off? Oops, thank you. She feels, she knows. So it could be she, it could be he. Flip it, switch it, you know, reverse it. Do what you got to do to place yourself where you need to belong in the reading. What she knows and what she's, how I'm going to say this is like this. Like I was saying, those memories that he's thinking about, again, it's a man. It says she, take it how it is for you, okay? I'm just going to tell you what I see. She knows, he knows, I'm looking at this card when I'm saying it, he knows deep in his heart he always loved you. But in his mind he wasn't, he didn't think he was ready in that specific moment. So he did everything he could to fight it. But what he's feeling now is broken in his soul. He feels empty, like I was saying. So now he knows what he's feeling for you is real. Now the thing is he going to do anything about it? I'm being told possibly. 22, that's number 22. Defend to the end, the worthwhile. Are you ready to defend this relationship? I'm being told sort of. Well, it's worthwhile to defend it to the end because it made 22, 23. It's starting to get the sequence here. We got an owl. Be wise about this. Think. Use your head. Because you see, look at this. It almost looks like she's beat up. It could represent being physically beat up or emotionally beat up. Somebody's got a black eye. It looks like she's got a black eye. It could just be the way the lighting is. It looks like this whole side of her face is bruised, but she looks like she's been beat up. This one's crying. Maybe he's beating himself up for what he did. Like I said, the regretting the fact that he treated you the way he did and attempted to break your heart instead of defending it to the end because, you know, the situation was worthwhile. And now she's feeling it and he knows. She's feeling it, she knows. He's feeling it and now he knows. He may physically be beating himself up by not taking care of himself. He may be punching himself in the head for being a dodo. Whatever the case may be, but there's definitely tears. There's definitely pain. There's definitely sorrow and regret for sure. It's time, you know, look at the detail on this card. It's beautiful. The owl, you know, right on her forehead, as if it's saying to use your head wisely. Don't allow, I mean, we have Pisces out here. That's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of passion. And there's something needs to ground the two. It's out here like this for a reason. I didn't even do this intentionally until I looked at it, okay, when I seen it. Saturn, please ground your emotions and ground your, you know, balance it out and find some ground. Get stable, get your mind right, calm your emotions, be wise about this situation. You got to think about everything Do you really feel in your heart it's worthwhile going and defending this? Do you know it's true? Do you recognize your feelings now? Are you seeing things clearly? Because what you're showing me is a moment that you must have had with this person to where you felt true happiness inside of you. Okay? If you want that back, you're going to have to defend the relationship. You're going to have to go in and make amends for anything that you got to tell the truth. You got to open yourself up, and you're going to have to be vulnerable. Thank you. Trust your inner knowing. Diving for light on the bottom, heaven sent. This person was heaven sent to you. Okay? You may have been feeling this when they were in your arms in that moment that you're showing me. You may have known then in that moment. Oh, look how beautiful with the seahorses. Wow, I've never seen this card. Maybe when I first opened the deck. They're beautiful. Wow. She's gorgeous. You were sent this person from heaven, okay? Spirit's asking you to trust your inner knowing. Listen to your mind. Be wise about this. There's going to be a lot of emotion. I mean, there's water creatures here. There's tears in her eyes. There's emotion here. But, you know, in this piece she's got something on her head, right on her third eye. Here, here, and here. Use your inner knowing. You may have similar abilities to me. Okay? You may just be, you know, really, really intuitive. Use your intuition. Listen to what's going on inside, what's underneath. It's time to focus on the light. Because right now you're diving for light. You're begging to come out of the darkness that you're feeling. I mean, literally you could be internally beating yourself up, physically beating yourself up. You're probably in tears all the time. You're desperate for the light. It's time to focus on the light. Dive right into it. Okay? Dive right into it. What's underneath? The thing is once you do, there's going to be a shock of the new feelings that you're going to feel, the new motivation that you're going to have, the new, you know, want to continue to find, you know, be happy like you were in that moment. And the thing is it's not going to be a forced happiness. It's just going to happen very naturally, and it's going to make you feel like a whole new person. So it's time for you to trust yourself and come to life. Okay? The thing is you may have some ideas that, you know, you two can collaborate on. It says collaborative dreaming. You may have a big dream that you want to achieve. You may have big goals that you may want to achieve. And the thing is that's what's holding you back, is you lingering in that darkness. You got to release your burdens. And once you do, you'll come to life. You'll bloom like this beautiful sunflower here. There's sunflowers all over. There's light everywhere. You got to come out of the darkness first. And the only way to do that is trust your inner self. Trust yourself. Be the hunter, not the hunted. There's another owl. The thing is that what I'm thinking and feeling here is that it may have originally been a cat and mouse game where you were the mouse and the other half of you was the cat, and she sought after you or he sought after you. Take it how it is. And it made you feel big. It may have fed into a possible ego of yours, and you felt like you had all the power. And then, you know, the thing is you may be afraid to surrender that power because it's going to make you vulnerable. I'm being told on the nose big time. Well, the thing is you're feeling what you're feeling here, contemplating what you know and what you feel, contemplating, thinking if it's worthwhile enough to defend it and surrender that need to, you know, for whatever it is that you're holding on to, letting go of all that, surrendering it, and start diving for the light, focusing on the light, getting yourself to the point where you can trust yourself so you can come to life and join forces with the person that heaven sent you, that you know deep down inside is going to make you happy. What's underneath? Pandora's gift. After this, I'm going to stop here because we're going to get on to another deck. Pandora's gift is number 45. Let's see. that's the wrong one. Sorry, my bad. There is a mystic woman, much maligned throughout history. Those names mean all gifted. Pandora lives within us as our curious nature yearning to conquer chaos, evil, and darkness with the light of knowledge. She is the hopeful voice of our soul that asks the questions and, in doing so, triggers the process that brings the answers. Sometimes it's through uncomfortable learning that we find our treasure. Pandora reminds us that the process of learning can take us to places that seem like the end of our world, and yet all is not lost. Even now, the light within you is stirring for new revelation, new life, and new adventures. It's everything I was saying. You're diving for light, you're digging, you're searching, you're feeling what you're feeling, you're going through. There's not a whole lot of darkness here. Okay? These three are the darkest cards out of all of this. There's light amongst it all except for in these three cards. It's time for you to figure out if this is what you want to defend. If you feel like it's worthwhile enough to defend, and trust your feelings about this. Feel what you need to feel, know what you need to know, and utilize that to find that person that was sent to you by heaven. Find her, and maybe it's time for you to go and seek her. Maybe you need to go and find her this time. Okay? So you guys can collaborate and make those dreams a reality. And you both can come to life in a way that you never thought was possible. Or you dreamed it and you just never thought it could possibly happen because it's, well, I'm this person and, I'm just destined for the darkness. Well, if you keep saying that about yourself, you may very well be a manifester and you may very well be doing this to yourself. Okay? You may be manifesting the darkness to just linger around you when you were literally sent somebody from heaven. So heaven sent you somebody, placed her directly in your lap, and you just had your fun and let it go because you weren't ready to fall. I don't want to fall in love. But you did. You fought it. You had to, like it said, you have to go through what you're going through to transform. Look at this. Underneath the power of attraction. Psh, look at it. You see she's got a butterfly right there. That mask is a butterfly. It's time for you to transform. It's time for you to transform because you have the power of attraction between the two of you. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. Your heart, behind your mind, your heart beats for this person. Okay? We're going to leave it there. It's a beautiful reading. You may feel sad and lonely right now, but you need to trust yourself. You need to understand that Spirit's putting you through what you need to go through to understand, that you can't push away divine blessings. And it may have just come in the shape of a pretty woman or a handsome man that just loved you with everything that they had, and you pushed them away. You had your fun. You felt happiness for a moment. You got scared of it, and you pushed them away because you were afraid of feeling in love. Okay? You're manifesting the darkness, and you're spiritually, emotionally, and physically possibly beating yourself up and letting your feelings and emotions cloud your judgment. Let your mind use your wise mind to make these choices. Focus on do you feel deep down, is it worthwhile? In the moment that you were showing me, was it really worth the happiness with whatever was letting her go or letting him go worth losing that happiness you felt in their arms? Was it? I'm being told not at all. So, maybe it's time to get on that sacred fool's journey and, start something new, something unique, something that's beneficial to you, something that's worthwhile, that's going to keep you in a position to where you're abundantly creative. Maybe joining forces and using whatever it is that you two are to do something amazing. Not just falling into bed with somebody just to kill the loneliness and try to drown out the feelings that you're having for this one particular person. Is it worth it? Truly? Are we going to the Kipper? All right. On the bottom, I see the main female. Let's see if she comes out. I'm worried about being cheated on. Very much so, he's saying to me. He doesn't want his heart to be shattered because he'd end up hanging it up if she did this to him. For the second time, I'm being told. Possibly got left once for another man. Very much so. Youthful mistakes. Or just immature, you know. Even, I'll be real. I'm 36, almost 37. And up until I hit my, you know, spiritual journey, when I was awakened, I still had somewhat of a childish mentality. So, you know, childish mistakes could very well mean that, you know, you just had to awaken. You had to go through life lessons that needed to be learned to wake you up and make you mature. So it could have been anything. It could have been 5 years ago. It could have been 20 years ago. It could have been whenever. However it is for you guys. But there was a childish mistake that was made, that was rectified, but somebody was fighting the goodness that was coming towards them. So, okay. So something's about to happen in the distant horizon. Ooh, being held in high honor. What else you got for me, Spirit? A family. A family may be holding somebody in high honor. Or someone that's held in high honor may join forces with a family. Something. Let's see what else you got for me, Spirit. Thank you. Expectations. Holy cow. Okay, Spirit. Thank you. Of being judged. Possibly by somebody's family. I don't read these in reverse. By somebody's official person. Thinking they're not good enough. A wealthy man that's going through a lot of heartache and pain. Do you think this person's official person is a wealthy man? Yes. She's very glamorous, well kept, well groomed, dresses nicely. I'm being told she's single for the most part. So, don't worry about that. If you're afraid of her leaving you for somebody that's richer than you and it's causing you heartache, don't worry about it. You need to change that way of thinking. People hold her in high honor. There's something going on in the courthouse. Thank you, Spirit. Something going on in the courthouse about an unexpected income. Oh, possibly from a theft. I'm being shown insurance fraud, tax evasion, insurance fraud. They may have gotten a message about it and it's making them concerned and they're in despair. Possibly from a mature woman. I'm being told possibly an ex-spouse, and they're afraid it's going to put them in poverty. So they're working their ass off to take themselves on a journey as far away from imprisonment and death as they can. I see the main man. So let's see. And the main female right here in courtship and the gift of being lovers. Somebody's in bad health about it. Let's keep shuffling. Somebody's in really bad health about it. Possibly a mature man. There's sudden wealth that fell out over here. There could be a wealthy man that holds somebody in high honor that wants to give the gift of being wealthy. Like a sudden wealth of some sort to invest. But in reality, there's a false person. A privileged woman with a child. That may be fighting this person. We have all this over here. This privileged lady may be very much trying to steal whatever this is because of a child. There's two different, I'm being shown 2 or 3 different energies that are happening around this pair here. Okay? Somebody's family. We have a wealthy man and a privileged lady, false ass people, and there's children involved for sure. But the thing is these 5 cards came out together. They want to be official together. They want to court. They want to give each other the gift of love. But people are in bad health. We already seen that he's beating himself up. He's making himself sick with worry and stress and depression and anxiety, and he's physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually beating himself up, and he's in bad health. Contemplating the fact that she's going to leave him for another person. Contemplating whatever. He may be going to court. Somebody's going to court. There's multiple energies that are surrounding these people, and it's a lot of toxic stuff. But somebody's venturing to somebody's house to have a conversation in the family room about marriage. And somebody's might very well be taking this as a message of concern. But there's the spiritual pathway here that they both need to go on, and once they do, if they're not, one of them's on it, the other one needs to get there. Once both of them are on that sacred path, that sacred spiritual path, it's going to lead to great fortune. And it's not just going to be abundance, it's going to be family that holds them in high honor. Possible sudden wealth, unexpected income, possibly more children. Getting people away from privileged people that may be lying and trying to trap people in pregnancies, trying to send them a message of concern and trying to take their money from them, and it's making them sick to the point where they want to hang it up. They feel imprisoned in their life, and it's making them want to go on a journey, a spiritual one. Instead of taking their own life with stupidity, they're thinking about all of this. This is the last card that was in the deck that came out. This masculine is thinking about all of this. Past, present, future, everything. Their past, the present, current times, and the future of what could happen between them and their families. Joining together. They're in very bad health about it, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. He's in despair. He's in concern. He's worried. He's afraid of being in poverty, or if he is in poverty, or if he's living, everything's going up. There was an 8% inflation that happened, and I saw it at the store today and about cried. If we're only making minimum wage, there's no way people are going to survive. And the thing is that could be another problem. Maybe that he's feeling like he's not worthy. She may have somebody in her life, or she may, be accustomed to having nice things, and he's afraid he can't do that for her. But the thing is, it's not about that. When you the image that you're showing me of you too, that happy moment, were you in abundance? Did you have a lot? Barely anything. Did she judge you? Not at all. Well, what are you imprisoning yourself in your own mind and making yourself sick and despair over this? Because you may have very little. You have a great big abundance of love for this person. So did she. That's all you need. Once you come together, you guys are going to be gifted with love. And it's going to, like I said, it's going to get you into a whole new mindset of happiness, where you feel complete, where you feel fulfilled, where you feel like you can take on the world. And like it shows here, there's sudden wealth, great fortune, unexpected income. It very well may lead you to a beautiful house and marriage. More children if you don't have them, more children if you have them, a brand new baby if you don't. It just takes you making this person your official person and getting on take that journey to that pathway with that person. We saw in this deck over here, that butterfly, it's time to transform. It's time to get out of whatever's cluttering your mind, because this is a whole lot of clutter. Bringers, don't worry about wealthy men, privileged ladies, false ass people that may be lingering around you, or her, what your parents may think, what ex-wives and ex-husbands may think, ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends may think. Does it really matter? It's your life. You want to stay in despair and stay in poverty and put yourself to the point where you get yourself sick to the point where you die? Lay this shit to rest, man, and go where your heart's calling you to do. Be wise about this. Think logically. Don't allow your emotions and your passion to cloud your judgment. Get grounded. It's time. If you want to go from just being the main female and the main male and go to being the mature man and and be married, you're gonna have to, man. You don't have to do shit. It's your life. Do what you want. But the thing is you're gonna feel imprisoned in your life to the point of feeling sick to your stomach all the damn time, to where you may very well do something stupid. And the person that loved you just right may never know here in the physical, but may very well know in the spiritual, and it may very well put her in a position to where she's torn in half for the rest of this life. The thing is she will heal, but she would much rather do all the rest of the healing that she may need to do, if any, with you, and help you get on that path and show you the way. She may very well hold you in high honor. She looks at you very fondly. I can almost sense it. I can almost see it. I just know. I just know. She may very well want to have a family with you that sits around in the living room and enjoys TV and movie nights and eating popcorn and pizza on Fridays as you watch a great movie, or go do a campfire out in the backyard and go hang out. Do all your favorite recreational activities and not give two flying flips about what people have to say in the judgment of others. Don't expect judgment. Expectations lead to disappointment. Go in with an open mind. Go in with an open mind. If you're in fear, you have to let yourself feel your feelings. You're entitled to your feelings. You're allowed to feel your feelings. You are a human being. But there is somebody out there that loves you just right. You are the perfect pair that's destined to be a power couple, to go make that bag, to go sit in good, to get out of poverty, have that sudden wealth, that great fortune, that unexpected income that could very well lead you to a happy, abundant life with a beautiful house. Where's the house? There's the house. Getting married, having babies, having a family that holds you both in high honor, that just wants to spend time, family time together. So don't worry about messages, concerns from privileged people, false-ass people just coming to you for whatever reason, making you feel guilty, all of that. Trying to deceive you, using deception or manipulation as revenge to try to keep you from your happiness. It's all of those things. You may have a lot of history between you two, and that's maybe very well be clouding up your judgment, your mind and your judgment. It's time for you to release all of that. You want her, she wants you. There's another card that I wrote from that song I was talking about, from She Wants Revenge. I know that you're the right girl, but do you think I'm the right kind of man for you? And yes, the answer is yes. You guys are the perfect pair for a reason. Complete wish fulfillment, like I started this reading out, 10-10. 10 is complete wish fulfillment, happy, 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 abundance in all things. And, it may not be billionaire status, but living a comfortable life where you're not wanting for nothing and you have good, money in the bank and a nice roof over your head and all your wants and dreams are fulfilled. Who could ask for more? And I really feel that the only thing that you want is to not feel the loneliness you feel right now. You want to feel that happiness that you had with her. So why don't you, process it and get yourself out of this imprisonment in your mind that you're in, so you can go find yourself a sudden wealth that may very well be the love of your life, the greatest love of your lifetime. I mean, none of us are getting any younger. None of us. And if you're going backwards in age, please tell me. Tell me how you doing it, because I want to know. Are we doing Soul's Journey? We're doing, okay. Yep. If you are going backwards in age and you getting younger, please tell me. Tell me what you're doing, because I'd like to know. I'd like to get on that bandwagon, okay? She may very well be a high priestess. Like I said, you're manifesting all the darkness around you. Maybe you want her to stop breaking her... Did she break promises to you? To love you forever? She wanted to rectify what she did, but you still felt like she was just going to break your heart again. How do you feel about it now? Stuck in the in-between, unbalanced. I just keep seeing, like, weighing out the scale, Well, we're about to, we're about to face the full moon in Libra. This is a balancing act that's a big one. It's time to find balance, and she may very well be the key to the whole damn thing for you to get balanced, maybe for the both of you. All right, Spirit, I'm afraid. I am afraid. Let's see what you got for me, Spirit. What messages? Okay. Well, right there. Pay attention to your dreams. A pregnancy trap. I can love you like that. A gold digger. Now I can't sleep, can't eat, can't think straight. It's time for you to step out of your comfort zone. Well, we saw that privileged lady here. We saw children, okay? And she's a false-ass person. Was somebody trying to trap you with a baby? Was it yours? Not. Yes, they were trying to trap him with a baby. No, it was not theirs. I'm being shown the word abortion. Was there any pregnancy that was carried to full term? Not with that one, okay? So, that's just, sorry, I'm being given information. I'm trying to put it all together in my head. Bear with me just a second. There was someone after her? No. During? Yes. You were kind of talking to both of them? There were multiple relationships happening at once because he just wanted to have fun because he didn't want to fall in love. But the privileged woman, that false-ass person, may have very well tried to say he got her pregnant on the nose big time. Was she coming after you for money? Tried, but told her I didn't have any on the nose big time. And then what happened? She ran off, possibly had an abortion, went to be with someone else, possibly got engaged, and dumped him like a bad habit. Well, no wonder why you can't eat, can't sleep, can't think straight. You let somebody go that was the perfect person for you just to be tossed aside by a gold digger that was trying to trap you for money. Were you spoiling her? Trying to. Was it ever enough? Not really. Not even close. No. Wanted Louis Vuitton. Wanted like top brand designer, stuff. And we already saw that he was currently in, like poor middle class, barely able to pay his bills, and he was doing nice things for her, and it wasn't enough. So went off, got engaged to somebody else, possibly aborted a pregnancy, and just dumped him like a bad habit. Well, maybe it's time for you to start paying attention to your dreams, journaling about it, because the person you're thinking about, you know that you can love them just the way that they love you. It's just time for you to step out of your comfort zone. You may very well be getting a lot of dark energy around you from energy manipulation, from succubuses, from evil bastards, just all different kinds of malicious, manipulative energies. Maybe it's time to go listen to some country music. Step out of your comfort zone. Think about all of this. Think about everything this gold digger tried to do to you. Think about it all. May God protect the innocent in all situations. He was when he separated you two, meaning you and the main female, because he knew this was a once-in-a-lifetime connection, and he wanted you to learn what you needed to learn by being still and knowing him, getting on that spiritual journey, and it literally is taking an emotional earthquake to get you to where you are right now. This is a once-in-a-lifetime connection. This is the truest love of your lifetime. It's time to be still and know God. Pray and meditate and pay attention to your dreams. God's trying to tell you something. Come clean about it all so that you can finally feel free, specifically about whatever this was. If you were putting, main female, divine feminine in a multi-person relationship, it's time for you to come clean about that. It's time for you to come clean about this. It's time for you to come clean about your feelings. It's time for you to completely emotionally purge, come clean about it all. And I'm telling you, the emotional burdens will be lifted off of you like nothing in your life that you've ever felt before. To completely rid yourself of grief, guilt, and all of it. Just come clean about it all and don't worry about it. All of this is going to help you be in service to others. What you're going through is going to help you. Here's another verse. I know that I'll have regrets, but that's the price of one more lesson learned. And the thing is that's what you regret it. I can tell. We already see that you're regretting letting this person go. You're regretting, pushing her away. You're regretting it all because all you want is that how you felt in that moment with her, Divine Feminine. That moment of pure happiness that you felt in her arms. You regret letting that go over somebody that was trying to trap you for your money that you just didn't have, and you weren't, in her eyes, good enough. But in Divine Feminine's eyes, you were perfectly good enough. Even at your worst. Even at your worst, and she'll take you at your worst, and she'll take you at your best, and she'll love you for everything in between, all the good, the bad, and the ugly. But you made a choice, and now you have to, maybe this gold digger may have looked really good on the outside, but obviously her insides were, maybe you were afraid of your emotions, and you may have very well been afraid to show your emotions. Well, we already established that because you were afraid of getting heartbroken by her again, and then you chose somebody that was trying to entrap you with the pregnancy. Yep. Now it's time to get on that spiritual journey and just believe in all of this. Ooh, there's more. Because we've already established that you're stuck in the in-between, but God wants you to be still and know Him. Be still and know Him. Go into your closet and sit down on a cushion and just sit there and just talk to God. And let me tell you, He'll talk back. You just got to pay attention. Okay? I do it regularly. I'm doing it more now than I have in a while, and it feels so good to just come clean about my day and what I did wrong and ask for forgiveness and ask for guidance. What was I saying about using manipulation as revenge? There's stop breaking your promises again. This is the real deal, man. Not a test run. This is not just something you can hit the restart button. You may be relying on codependencies. I'm being told a sex addict. You have a spirit guide watching your back. That's why they got you away from this one that was entrapping you, because you were having a little bit of an ego. You were being kind of shallow, getting involved with gold diggers that were trying to trap you. Move it before the opportunity's gone. If you have revenge, I can honestly tell that you were being trying to seek revenge with trying to attempt to break this person's heart by pushing them away so you can go over here. The thing is if this is a once in a lifetime connection, okay? We saw High Priestess. It's time for you to just believe, get on that spiritual journey, close the distance. Because there's too many people that have had too many chances to try to bring you down to the darkness, and they're failing miserably. The thing is now you are dragging yourself down into the darkness further than you ever have. And it's time for you to bring yourself back by closing that distance, getting involved with the person that loves you exactly right, stepping out of your comfort zone, because you know you can love this person exactly how they want to be loved, exactly how you want to be loved. You guys can do it for each other. You were programmed to be together. Okay? Programmed to be. You are a perfect pair. Love is an action, not something you can buy. Marriage is also sacred and should not be taken for granted. Just have faith, it will all come to fruition. Here it is. Don't worry about her breaking promises, because she's not going to this time, because she doesn't want to close the door to true love. She wants to be your sweetheart and help you through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much. Let them know, Spirit. Your sweetheart wants to help you through the good, the bad, and the ugly. She doesn't want to see you get involved with shallow-minded gold diggers that just want you for your money and are willing to do just about anything, because you may have been dropping coin on her. You may have been dropping serious coin on her, and you didn't have enough for yourself. You were trying to be a big baller, when in reality you should have been saving that money. Want to be tough guy, want to be a boss, yeah. Are you ready to see the change, or are you still blind to the situation? Are you still allowing your emotions and your feelings of old past heartbreaks to cloud your judgment of what you truly want. Because here it says again, love is an action, not something you can buy. And from what you're showing me is one simple interaction of cuddles and love and giggles and tickles and all of that is, you know, made you the happiest you've been in decades. You can't buy that sort of love. Love is an action. And those actions are what connected you two together. Okay? Let's get some final messages. Final messages to help this masculine. Please, Holy Spirit, get out of your ego. Quit being shallow. Go to your sweetheart. Close the distance and reconcile. A token of love. Maybe you gave her one or she gave you one. Something. There's a token of love that's keeping this bond strong. Anything else? Maybe you need to give her a token of your love because you know she's the best love that you've ever had. Maybe you need to go listen to that song. And maybe it's time for you to start walking hand in hand with the Holy Spirit because you want to know if she still loves you. The thing is if you want to come back, you better come back correct or don't come back at all. And what that means is that you need to come back correct with the fact that you need to come clean about it all. You need to be willing to surrender any doubts in your mind and have faith. You need to be able to be willing to be emotionally vulnerable to this person. She can handle it. She can handle your passion. She can handle your emotions. The two of you together will be what is needed to balance all of this out. And you're going to have a light bulb moment. It may very well be a divine intervention because you're holding a grudge against her. And the thing is, the Spirit wants you to know is you are really, truly worthy of true love. And it's time for you to make some actions that speak louder than your words. You can sit here and say all day long, I love her, I miss her, I want her, oh baby, oh baby. But the thing is love is an action that cannot be bought. You can't just talk your way through this. You actually have to get up and go do something about it. Give her a token of your love. And if that means a ring, give her a ring. If that means just whatever, a promised ring, I don't know, a ring is all that keeps coming up. So what's underneath here? Be compassionate to all those around you so that people will be compassionate to you. It also comes down to forgiving those that have trespassed against you, because if you want forgiveness for anything, you need to forgive even when you don't want to. Okay, that's it from this deck. Okay. Trying to keep this under an hour, but I think this one may be an hour long. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Let's get some closing messages from Soul's Journey to end this reading. Let's just get these. Oh, what is this? Use your discernment. Be a beacon of light in all that darkness that surrounds you, or she is the beacon of light in all of that darkness that surrounds you. And the thing is was she using her discernment? In certain things, yes. Let me ask you a question. When the separation happened, when you guys separated and you pulled your energy back from her, did she fight you? No, not really. Said some things, and that was it. On the nose, big time. Does that make you upset? Sort of. He thinks she was going to come back. Yes, why is that? Because of that cat and mouse game. Remember it said be the hunter, not the hunted? Yeah, well, it's time for you to switch roles, and maybe the cat needs to start chasing the mouse now, or the mouse needs to start chasing the cat, and step out of your light and stop being a coward, because you have been ultimately betrayed by somebody that you thought you may have really liked or loved, or whatever the case may be, that may have fulfilled your loneliness. And there may have been really good snoo, or she was just good to look at. Whatever the case may be, there was an ultimate betrayal. Or did you get betrayed by the main female too? Not an ultimate betrayal, but a heartbreak. Well, did you want that baby with the sea witch? Yes. And now, no baby. Loneliness, heartbreak, depression, severe depression. Well, I'm so sorry that you're going through that. I really am. It's time for some healing, my friend. Let's see what Soul's Journey has to say to close out this reading. What messages does Soul's Journey have to say? What messages do you have to... There's that regret. Lay it to rest. Drop that regret before it lays you to rest with all that depression and anxiety that you're sitting in, man. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what we got. Final messages, please, Spirit. Thank you. Love and happiness is what's destined for you with your divine feminine. Okay. On the bottom, it's a healthy relationship. One that will help you change as long as you start forgiving. Like I said, you have to forgive to get forgiveness. Okay? If you want healthy relationships, you need to forgive those that need to be forgiven, which will help you change your way of thinking, the way you feel, all of it. Just let it go. Forgive, so that when it's time for you to come clean about all the things, you will be given forgiveness. So you can get back on the path of love and happiness. You have to make the change, man. You need to accept the challenges that are being laid out upon you and get rid of this worry so you guys can have abundance together. It just requires honesty and to see everything from both sides of the situation and having a little bit of trust. Don't be in denial. Don't think that anybody is out to get you. Have a little bit of courage. Accept things and people for who they are. Don't fear heartbreak. Don't fear heartbreak. The thing is Pastor... my bad. It won't... Do not fear. Do not fear. Spirit will not put you on a path to heartbreak as long as you start making the changes and forgiving those that need forgiveness. Stop living with, what is it, vengeance in your heart. Stop trying to seek revenge and hurt people and be a manipulator, putting people in third-party situations. Be patient. Yes, you may feel lonely now, but the thing is once you're together, you will never feel lonely again. You will be successful. Stop being indecisive about what you want. You need to make a choice, because one way or another, something's going to happen here, and it may lead to either life of happiness and joy and abundance, or it may lead you down a path where you're sitting there worrying, fearing, and not having any trust, living in denial, not being honest, not giving people and it could very well lead to death. If you're, like we saw in the Kipper with all that confusion, you think that because she had, your divine feminine may have nice things, that she may be after your coin, that you may be envious of whoever's, helping her out, or if she's in a relationship or she's working hard, whatever. Don't be envious of somebody's money, because the thing is you're destined for an abundance with this person if you guys get together and collaborate, because we saw collaborative dreams. You guys may very well have a dream that may bring you a lot of abundance. You just need to be grateful for what you have right now. Don't worry about being lonely, because in this loneliness, you need to learn how to persevere and grow and find some damn discipline. Maybe look at life in a more humorous kind of ways. Build on friendships. Get out of guilt. Start being in service to others. Stop blaming people and work on your health. Get out of any pride and ego. Start working on your creativity. Surrender all the nonsense, because you're not a failure. You just need to work on your self-esteem so you can free your mind, body, and soul from any doubt, worrying about other people's judgment, so you can find peace and your purpose in life. So you too can find balance before you freaking regret it and you live in grief until you die. End of story. Literally, end of story. It's time. It's time for you to figure it out. You got to listen to your mind. Your mind and your heart need to come together, and you need to find balance, and you need to figure out if this is worth fighting for. I really feel like it is from what you're telling me here, what you're energetically showing me, what the cards are telling me. But again, it's your choice. It's your life. You're the only one that has to live with your choices, no one else. Because one way or another, Divine Feminine will be abundant in all things. So maybe it's time for you to think about that. 55-55. It's time for some serious healing and some change. It's time for you to grow up, pick up your big boy panties, and get to what you need to do. Do not allow your emotions to overtake you. You need to balance these two out, ground yourself, find a grounding, something grounding, and hang on to it. And I really think it comes down to meditation and talking to Spirit, being still and knowing God so you can find peace. I don't know why pastor came out of my mouth. I don't know. Don't be afraid of anybody. If you're part of a religious group and you're afraid of what if you're in a relationship now, or you are a divorced person, or whatever the case may be, and you're afraid of what the judgment of your religious group may say, hey, listen, there's only room for judgment of one, and that's the Most High God. If these people can look back at their life from their earliest memory and say that their life was as pure and as perfect as the Holy Spirit is, then they can cast that first stone at you. But if not, we all sin differently. Okay, we all sin differently. Yes, there are the 10 commandments, but we all sin, and we all sin differently. And nobody has the right to judge a single person, not by their looks, not by their personality, not by the things that they've done in their life or the things that they may do in the future. There's only one that's allowed to do that, and that's the Most High. People do it because they think they're entitled to their opinions, and they are. However, the opinions stink. They're all like buttholes, and they all stink real bad. Okay? So, it is what it is. Do what you need to do to be happy. Don't worry about the judgment of others. Really don't. It's not even worth it. Is it worth your sanity and your mental health? No, it's not. Because at this point, you're the one sitting there lonely, depressed, and crying and beating yourself up because you feel regret that you let the person that loved you exactly right go. And you got involved with somebody that just dropped you like a bad habit and did something really treacherous, that ultimate betrayal, because you couldn't do what they wanted you to do for them. So it is what it is. And I'm really sorry. Do you want some romance? No, we're going to end this reading now. Okay, that's it. It's time for you. If you want love, happiness, peace, and joy, it's time for you to go and find the person that you find it in yourself. You need to free yourself, and you need to start doing some self-work. It all starts with you, my friend. You got to come clean. You got to forgive those who have hurt you so you can be forgiven by those that you've hurt and lied to, possibly manipulated and betrayed. Okay? Neptune, there's Pisces again, and Virgo. Yeah, there's definitely needs some grounding between those emotions and that passion, man. So, with that being said, thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, angels, ancestors, loved ones, and spirit guides for coming through and helping me with this energy to channel it for our collective. Thank you so much. I love and appreciate you all. I close this reading. That's all I got for you guys for tonight. Be mindful. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Forgive yourself. And then it's time for you to start forgiving others. But I would really highly suggest, collective, for those of you who this resonates with, we all need to be more grateful for Spirit, for all of the things, good, bad, and ugly. And forgive those that need forgiveness, even the ones that you're holding on to that you may be resenting a little bit. It's time to let it all go so you guys could have your happily ever after, okay? With that, I'm going to say thank you so much for being here. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Please like the video before you leave. And I'm about to see 11:11 on I see 11:10, so that's pretty cool. That's it. Gigi loves you. Till next time, light, love, and blessings. Bye for now.